Hey, what's going on? Sensei Jeff, evolutionary martial arts out here in Syracuse, Utah. I had somebody come in the other day. Actually, I've had a couple of people really come in just kind of back to back and say to my staff members or to myself, we love how clean your studio is, right? And I actually had one person that came in and said, we're signing up here because your studio is so clean. So to my studio owners or gym owners, doesn't matter if it's tumbling, dance, whatever, I want to pass this on because maybe we don't think about it enough, or maybe you're not, maybe it isn't brought up to you as a compliment like it was to us. And so if you're doing these things, man, congratulations. I'm proud of you. And if you got any tips on, if you're our customers, and if you ever come into one of our studios and you say, hey man, like you notice something's dirty, please tell us, please tell us. So let me tell you, this is kind of our game plan at our studio, right? When somebody comes into the studio, we want it to look clean. We don't want them seeing fingerprints and dust on the floor, things like that. I know in the winter it's very hard because you have like all the salt on the roads to melt that ice and stuff, but we want to make sure that that's clean. So it's a quick scan. Are all your items put away, or do you have a cluttered mess on the floor? Hand targets, hand pads, weapons, things like that. That's naturally going to happen throughout the day. So throughout the day, try to get your employees, try to get yourself to get out there and just straighten that stuff up so that as new customers are coming in at 12 o'clock in the afternoon, 3:30, 4:30, all the way down to 8:30, 9 o'clock at night, they're coming into a studio that looks clean, okay? The other thing, scent. When you come into your studio, what does your studio smell like? Now, I will tell you this, if it doesn't smell like anything, that is better than it's stinking, obviously, right? But we like to have some Febreze sprays. We like to use cleaning agents that have a nice scent to them. Sometimes it is bleach, and people go, man, your studio smells like bleach. And I say, well, we just cleaned these items, and I'm glad it smells like bleach because now you know and I know that it's clean, right? But we have plug-ins that go into the wall, and we also have those Febreze sprays that we try to freshen it up. I know that Thursday nights for us and some on Tuesday is sparring class, right? Kids are bringing their bags in, they have their sparring gear in there and stuff, and sometimes you get some humidity and stuff, and it just stinks and there's no way around it. A piece of advice, I encourage my students to clean their gear. Whatever wipes they want to use, a lot of times they use Lysol wipes, whatever they keep in their bag, talk to the parents, talk to the students, let them know. The other thing is on your heating and air units, even if the temperature is right, just turn the fan on all of them. Just circulating that air so it doesn't get nasty, okay? Okay, a next one is just hearing, just sound, right? When your customers are coming into the studio, have some music playing. And I understand that not that everybody's gonna like the same music. I would just pick a very kind of generic radio station in your area that plays mostly music of today, right? It shouldn't be super loud. Same thing with your instructors. Make sure your instructors aren't yelling and having your classes. Yeah, you want to have high energy, but is it just excessive to the point where the parents don't actually want to stay in the building, right? So just kind of check that. Make sure we have 2 different speakers, one for each floor at our karate studio. We do like them to play the same station because sometimes that gets hectic. So we have them over there that they don't have to be super loud. And sometimes we got to kind of, check our senseis, including me. Sometimes I'll have senseis look over me and go, Sensei Jeff, because I'm just like getting into it and I'm jazzed up. My kids are key-eyeing and, so just be aware of what does your studio sound like. Another good one is touch. Okay, so your parents come into your studio and they're sitting in their chairs or on the bleachers or whatever you have at your locations, and it's gross. It's gross. It's greasy. It's got dirt on it. It's got food that some kid brought in and was eating their dinner. Like, get in there and wipe that stuff up, clean it up. And another thing that I like to kind of extend all the way out is, and this is weird, but taste. You come into our karate studio, very, very often we are handing out drinks. We're handing out an assortment of chips or candy or maybe like some trail mix packages, right? And again, these are going to adults, so it's less stress about food allergies, where if there are other siblings and stuff, mom and dad are there. Hey, can they have one of these? Never give food to kids unless you know about their food allergies, right? And sometimes accidents happen, and I get that, but just do your very best, all right? But now, to recap real quick, we have, does it look good? What's the scent of your studio? Touch, are things gross? Clean that stuff up. And taste, they come in, are you giving them a drink? Are you giving them some candy? Are you giving them some chips? What are you offering? Mints, gum, just to say hi to them, and it's a great conversation starter. So again, parents, if our studio is not on point, grab one of our senseis and let us know, because we want to do better for you. Thank you, guys.